Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Game Set Live, episode 115. That's right. I have already checked all the settings. Nobody's going to be silent at the beginning of this show. We're all going to be loud, proud, and just downright ugly because that's the state of gaming right now. Nobody's got exclusives. The one that does isn't releasing games, and the one that they used to, they're releasing everything. So, what are we going to talk about? We can't be biased. We can't be console warriors. We can't be nothing no more. We just got to be video game purists, and that's what we're here for. That's right. Game Set Live coming to you on YouTube and the audio version tomorrow, wherever you get your podcasts. Let's start at Mr. Fabio Amarim. That is right. I love saying the last name. Sir, how are you doing? What you been playing? And don't tell me you haven't tried the Dark. Oh, that's right. You didn't pay for the premium upgrade. You haven't played it yet, but you can check out Bob's gameplay during the show. How you doing? What you been playing?
Joke's on you, bitch. I've been playing Doom the Dark Ages. I did pay for the premium upgrade, you asshole.
I'm
There you
sorry.
go. That's the review.
I just figured that you were gonna say it cost like 34,000 Brazilian reais and you weren't gonna be able to afford it. My bad.
That will that would have been amazing, right? Like you don't get the base game just for you to play early. You pay that much. Holy crap. No. I've been playing Doom the Dark Ages. Like it has been a blast in every single way. Honestly, I'm still like at the second level. It got to the point where like I was playing the second level and I saw that and I noticed that like I missed some collectibles and I'm like, no, fuck off. I'm not going. I'm not going to be living this shitty level like without getting every single one of the collectibles. So I decided to restart it all and enjoy myself more and more. Like this game kicks ass. Like it's just there's no way to describe it besides that. Like it is so fluid. It is so fluid. Like the 60 FPS in that game, it is like holy shit. It's unbelievable how well done it is. Surely I am playing on an Xbox Series S and the resolution is not going to be as good as on PC, PlayStation, or the Xbox Series X. But honestly, with my 1080p TV, no, I don't have a 4K TV and I don't intend to get one as well. That's why I went with the Series S. Like, it looks okay. It looks good. I don't know why people are so like, holy shit, this game looks so fucking bad. And some people, for some reason, are way too worried trying to compare, saying that it looks bad compared to the Series X. No shit, Sherlock. It is weaker. It is weaker than the Series X. It is weaker than the PlayStation 5. No shit, it is going to look worse. God damn it. But other than that, like, it is a great game. I am having just a blast through and through, and I do intend to, like, as soon as we are finished, I intend to go back into it.
Yeah, what do you think of the is this the first of the Doom reboots that you've played?
No,
Or,
not at all. I did play Doom 2016.
and did you play Doom Eternal?
I did play Doom Eternal, and like I did enjoy Doom Eternal, but mostly in terms of like just the violence, but like the acrobatics of it are nice. But it got to the point where I was just tired of like having not having enough ammo all the time, having to flee most of the time in order to like, okay, now I need to try to do some crazy acrobatics here to get some ammo and like with Doom the
Mhm.
Dark Ages it is just like a return to form. Honestly, I think it is even improved because you are just going forward, you're moving forward all the time and you are killing anything in your path. Like you never retreat. It is just amazing.
So what do you think about this is the first Doom that actually has cutscenes and the any resemblance of a storyline. Other than Doom 3, if anybody remembers
Yeah.
Doom 3. But this
Mhm.
is I don't know. I don't exactly know how to. I mean, the cutscenes have me captivated because it's new to the Doom franchise. But yeah, I don't know how. I never really, I guess I never looked at Doom Guy as a weapon of the gods is basically what he's being portrayed as in this game. Spoilers, sorry, but yeah, it's a little different.
Like, like honestly, it does make sense considering how Doom Eternal and like Doom Eternal, Doom 2016, and especially the Doom Eternal DLC went. Because there is a whole involvement with the Doomslayer and the gods in it. So
Oh,
like, and since this is a prequel, the idea it is totally to like explain what is their relation.
okay. No, I'd
If
never
you
played
if
the
you pay
DLC for it.
like if you pay attention to Doom Eternal, there are many moments where the environment resembles a lot of the things that you see in Doom Eternal. So like the big mech that you get to play in Doom Eternal, you actually get to use one of its arms to shoot a wall and make a path in Doom Eternal. There is like still some wrecks from that war still lying there, but like of course all corrupted and stuff because of the demons.
And gonna move on to Yuso Vinny next. Been a while, Vinny. Glad to have you
What
back
up?
on
What
the show.
up? Yeah, it's good to be back.
Everybody is
We
on the
thought
edge
you
of
were
their
dead.
yeah, everybody's on the edge of their seat, man. They want to know yes, you're still breathing, obviously. And how you been doing? How's
Are
life
you?
going over there on the West Coast? And what you been playing, bro?
It's okay. California still sucks.
Oh,
But I've been all right. Just been super busy with school and work. I was just telling Bob over text. I've been working since last Monday, every day since last Monday, and I completely forgot today was Wednesday. like I didn't even know what day it was today. That's how out of it I've been. But other than that, everything's been pretty good. Oh, I think Bob's trying to talk. Is he staticky for anyone else?
no, I haven't.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
he
Oh,
anything.
there you go. Oh,
he
okay,
was
okay.
static previously.
There's just some feedback coming from me. But other than that, yeah, I mean, playing wise, I don't know. I have been playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Fortnite just because I've been in kind of like a Star Wars fever, because of May the 4th and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, just been playing some old games. Started Jade Empire,
Nice.
Star Wars Empire at War. Oh, I've been playing Oblivion Remastered as well. Yeah, just kind of all over the place. Haven't really sat down too much to play lately, but those are the games I have been playing when I do get the chance.
Oh. So no, nothing really new. Oblivion remake, Doom: The Dark Ages. The Precinct's really good. I recommend it to anybody who wants to play a game like that.
I might
Police
actually get
GTA.
that.
The Precinct.
I might actually get
Is that
that.
a horror
That
game?
looks interesting.
No,
Oh,
it's kind of like, you remember the old GTA games like GTA Chinatown, where it's kind of like a top-down isometric.
Oh yeah, it's about
well,
Chinese people.
no, you play
it's
you.
about Chinese people. That's the main lesson you get from Bob Santos right now.
Wow.
Well,
Your
he said precinct,
priorities
so
right
I was
now.
like, precincts usually have to do with Asians. I don't know.
No,
Your
it's a police.
priorities are like
It's a police precinct. You play
Oh,
a rookie cop that joins the force 5 years after his father, who is chief of police, was murdered. And you get to walk the beat, look for people breaking the law, give them tickets, arrest them. If they do anything that require force, you can take them in, you can take them down, you bank robbers, all kinds of
oh,
stuff.
I've seen that game actually. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 30
that looks
bucks right
pretty
now
cool.
on Xbox Live. I'm having a blast with it. I think it's a lot of fun.
nice.
Okay, Mr. Drawn TJ, sir, newest panel member. Sir, how are you doing? What you been playing? And yeah, how is Hump Day treating you this week?
Doing good, Bob. Just been working and playing games. To be honest, I've been playing Tempest Rising, Oblivion Remastered, and Path of Exile 2. And yeah, it's finally my weekend, and I'm on an amazing podcast, and we're all gonna have a great day, a great night.
Are, are
So,
you in an amazing podcast? Are you leaving us right now? Is that what you're telling us?
What are you
What
well,
talking?
is
yeah,
this
you
This
guys
amazing
are fun.
podcast we're talking about?
this is the amazing
Fabio,
podcast. Thank you very
Uh,
much. Oh,
seriously?
I
yeah.
like this
Ow!
podcast because you guys are crazy, but it's like in a good way crazy.
I mean, we are all a bunch of idiots. That's what did he just call us that? Is that what it's telling us?
No,
Bunch of raging
that's only
buffoons with
Bushido.
controllers in our hands. That's right.
That's only Bushido.
A bunch of old assholes who have nothing better to do in a Wednesday nights instead of just turning on the camera and talking shit to each other. It's amazing.
Hey, you said it, not me. All right.
Hmm. I think
Um,
most people want to be agreeing with it. No, just kidding, everybody.
killing me. So
Am I?
with yeah, I don't know if we tried to resuscitate Bush, and unfortunately, we've been able to bring Bush to life this week. So hopefully next week, Bush will be back from the grave. He may even join in the middle of the podcast, and then I will have to redo the windows on the fly for his little box. But that's why I like everybody to show up 10 to 15 minutes early so I can get this sorted out. But anyway,
He is hibernating.
he is what?
Hibernating. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he does. He does. I think he hibernates
He is
midway through the week.
he is a damn camel, so I mean, he eats and then he sleeps, or no, drinks.
He's a he
Oh,
is a
man.
damn camel.
That's right. He's a
That's the
camel
most. That's the best thing. Like that's the most considerate that I ever saw someone towards Bushido.
So, shout out to Thember in the chat. He's the lone moderator for the channel, and he does a really good job. He's always very prevalent, and he's here. He's here every week. He does say GTA in the opposite world is the precinct. Yes, in just the perspective of being the cop. Because the precinct is more like a cop simulator. Like you can stay on the straight and narrow and just go and do your daily beat and go to your desk and end the day and then come back to work the next day and do this and do that. I've been playing, I got about 3 hours in it, and I have yet to, other than the intro where they allude to you being the son of the late chief that's been dead for 5 years because he was murdered, other than them alluding to that in the intro, I haven't really come across anything story-based yet. So it's my understanding that you can be a normal cop, you can work your beat, you can progress through the ranks. You'll be met with certain opportunities in the game. You can become a bad cop. You can take money on the down low. This game has got legs from a simulation standpoint. So in that aspect, it's very different from GTA. But as far as being on the opposite side of the law, yeah, it is kind of like GTA. But the simulation.
What did you consider? When it comes to GTA, but like not simulation, of course, but like in terms of a more perspective of the cop, wouldn't like Sleeping Dogs be that as well? But with a mix of like Batman Arkham's combat.
And you know how long it's been since I played Sleeping Dogs? And I just re-downloaded that the other day on my Xbox because I have to go back and play it.
It's amazing. It's a great game.
They need to make another Sleeping Dogs. That was a good franchise. I can't believe they let it die.
Like they're going to be doing just a remake of the remaster.
And the reason that I
Just learn from Sony.
re-downloaded Sleeping Dogs is because when I opened up Microsoft Edge one day, you know, how you're met with the slideshow of certain stories that day. And one of them was the games to play while you're waiting on GTA 6. And Sleeping Dogs was one of them. Watch Dogs 2 was the other one. And I can't remember what the third one was. The third one might have been one of the Just Cause games. I think it was Just Cause 4. Games to play while you're waiting on GTA 6. And I was like, you know what? Sleeping Dogs, I never finished that. And I went into my Xbox library and it was under my own games, sure enough. And I downloaded it and it'll probably sit on my hard drive for the next 3 years. And then I'll finally pick it up one day. That's how it goes. Because my backlog, new games are not helping at all, but I'm not helping either because I keep adding old games to my backlog. And this, yeah. Please, Xbox, stop.
What's
Can
up?
it be?
What's up with all these Chinese games we're talking about?
What about the Chinese games? I like Chinese games.
China, China, China.
Yeah, I love Chinese games, dude. Chinese games rock. The Chinese really know how to write a good story. They do. Exactly. But no,
Exactly.
seriously.
Thank you.
We got to talk about the tweet that I put out on Twitter today. I did not expect that tweet to blow up the way that it has. It's had like 5,000 views, and I've had like 100 likes and 100 different comments to it. Some of them are just nasty fanboys. And it kind of got me thinking because I was reading about Starfield this morning and I started to think about it and I was like, Starfield wasn't actually a bad game. I mean, the things that people
That game was
complain-
great. I don't know why people keep trashing it, you know?
And you know what's funny is the things that people are trashing Starfield about are the same Bethesda type flaws that everybody else loves the other Bethesda games for. It's like, you know, I do remember a lot of content creators saying in their review of Oblivion Remastered that at least it's got those old Bethesda flaws that we grew to love. Like, seriously? Keep that same energy. Starfield's a brand new game, and it had all those same flaws, and you trashed it. So
My only problem with Starfield is like it just held your hand a little bit too much. I wish
yeah,
they gave you a little more
Agree with that.
freedom, but that's it. Other than
I
that,
hon-
it was an amazing game.
I honestly believe Starfield was it was a victim of the console wars. If it had released on every platform, it would probably have been Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It,
Um, I mean, being the game of the year, I don't necessarily think it was going to be, even though it would have deserved. But like, at least give it the nomination for it. Like, it deserved it for sure. I don't know why Starfield didn't even get nominated for it. It's so
Yeah.
bizarre.
Most of the
Talk-
critics didn't even finish the
Why,
game. They didn't even
Fabio?
know about the multiple endings.
Fabio, you know why? Because every game that Microsoft owns and they make, whatever publisher or studio or little tiny studio they buy, it doesn't matter. They're gonna get the Xbox tax. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, even
That's already
Doom,
been
dude.
proven time and time again. Yeah, look
Even
at Doom.
Doom.
Doom's not even safe. Doom is the godfather when it comes to frickin' shooters, and even Doom's not safe. Halo wasn't safe. Doom's not safe. COD wasn't even safe. So that tells you a lot.
well,
Yeah, for sure. Like,
I was
the
surprised
thing,
by the reviews for Doom because they were all really good, and then they're like 8s, 9s, and I'm like, dude, what?
yeah, I know. They talk real big. They talk real big about the game, and then they give it like a 7 and an 8, and it's like, hold on.
People are
that's
saying
not-
this is better than Eternal in every way, and it's scoring lower. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing that I find it quite bizarre when it comes to Starfield, the Starfield situation, is the fact that like everyone was previously saying this is a banger through and through. 9s, 10, 8s, all in all, like it was quite rare to see something like around an 8 out of 10. And then out of nowhere, we saw the IGN review showing a 7 out of 10 score. And for some goddamn reason, everyone else decided to follow through with the same idea that, okay, it's actually quite mediocre. Because everyone was talking about IGN like, oh, did you see IGN gave it a 7 out of 10 for Starfield? It must be something bad and so and like, god damn it, seriously now?
Give it a 7 out
Yeah,
of 10
and the guy who
IGN
reviewed
gave it a-
Starfield.
because
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Oh, go
I just
ahead,
looked up
TJ.
Doom Eternal, and IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. So telling me that Doom Eternal's better than Doom the Dark Ages, because that's what IGN is saying. Because I'm looking at the rating for Doom Eternal, it's a 9 out. So
We've lost TJ.
what the
We lost TJ. He became
TJ, you
Your
started
voice was-
botting.
Can you hear me?
You started botting. Are
What?
you on Wi-Fi?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, can
Ooh.
you hear me now?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you now. Thank you for
Damn
choosing
it.
Verizon.
Okay, cool.
and Vayne, for the love of God, while
So,
you're chewing,
Doom-
turn off the mic. God
Oh,
damn
my
it.
bad.
I love it.
I'm eating my salad.
I
You
like
eat
it.
that-
it.
You
It's-
eat
it's
that salad,
ASMR,
baby, and you
but-
enjoy it.
Like he
Hey,
really,
but no,
he's really needed
I-
that shit like a
IGN
camel. Like, God
So
damn it.
you're Fabio, you said they rated as 7, right? Doom the Dark
Yes.
Ages,
No,
correct?
no,
No,
they
no.
gave Starfield a
Starfield.
7.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because Doom Eternal's a 9 out of 10. So if they rate Doom the Dark Ages lower than that, that's BS.
No, they rated Starfield a 7 out of 10. Like they gave
Oh, okay.
Starfield the
'Cause
same
that
score.
kind-
They gave
That-
Dark
that-
Ages
that-
the
that-
same rating, so they gave it a 9.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The thing,
You know,
Because I was
like,
gonna say, dude, they went backwards.
yeah.
I mean, dude, they gave Starfield the same score as the one they gave to Concord.
Oh,
7 out of
God.
10 to both
Which
of
makes
them.
no sense. Concord was the biggest flop in gaming history. That's
So-
almost
so, like-
comparable to what's that game that got canceled by Xbox? By Platinum
Scalebound?
Games. Oh yeah, Scalebound.
Like
Yep.
I don't. So
We
like
don't
it
talk
got to the
about that
point
here.
where.
This is a safe place.
So like it got to the thanks. It got to the point where like everyone started to shit on Starfield because it was driving engagement in terms of like if you were talking shit the same way as like you talk shit about Xbox you are going to get way more engagement than compared to if you talk good stuff about Xbox. Like
Yeah.
there is that situation because while at the same time you see a ton of people sharing all doom and gloom and like millions of
Well,
views and shares,
the
like
way I-
you when you see something that is not that bad, then there's nothing. No one's engaging.
Well, it's like this. When Starfield came out, I had the premium edition upgrade. Everybody that I know had the premium edition upgrade because it gave you the game. It was something crazy. Wasn't it like 10 days early you got Starfield? It was like
It
10.
was.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a week or 10 days. It was something crazy. It wasn't like your normal
It was-
2-3
yeah.
days. But everybody that was playing it, actually playing the game, didn't have any complaints about it. It was just it was Bethesda love, it's a new IP from Bethesda. It's Elder Scrolls in space. And yeah, load screens weren't that bad. I think they were like at the maximum you had a load screen onto a planet, it was like 8 seconds. And they were bashing it for load screens, and I'm like, hold on. What about the 30-second load screens on Fallout? Nobody ever complained about that. But 8 seconds
That's crazy.
going to a new planet? That we can't do that now?
Their load screens are like even they're faster than freaking going in a GTA online lobby.
You know, I think Expedition 33. I think it just saved all the fanboys because up until Expedition 33, it looked as if the game of the year was going to have to go to an Xbox game studio because they were the only one publishing games this year. But now Expedition 33 kind of looks like it's going to take the cake. Everybody's loving it, even people that don't like turn-based games because it's added a little bit of action to the turn. People that hate turn-based games are even being turned on to this game. And I've downloaded it, haven't tried it because Precinct, Doom the Dark Ages, I got so many things to play. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the
right
times,
now,
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, right now, Doom Dark Ages is an 85 on Metacritic, and Eternal was 80.
Oh, it's slightly better. Wow.
Well,
These reviewers, dude.
Eternal.
Well, it's slightly worse than Eternal.
Yeah. An
Well, that's
88
even
versus,
worse.
yeah, an Eternal was an 88, and the Dark Ages is an 85. And personally, I loved the direction they went with 2016 Doom.
Yeah, that was
Doom
great.
Eternal. Doom Eternal was the same thing, but with platforming, and I hated the
I
platforming.
hated that.
I
Yeah, I
couldn't
agree.
stand that. This has got the perfect blend of 2016 and old school. Just walk in and kill everything that moves, and we don't care how you do it. I don't care if you live through it or not. Get it done, and you're on the ground. Win, win, win! Yay! Give me Doom, old school Doom, and today's paint job.
Yeah, with today's graphics.
Oh, and it's so beautiful too. It's so beautiful. I started to capture this on my, on my 16 core CPU with my 4080 Super. Started to capture it, but they didn't want to make everybody watching a console podcast jealous. So I captured it on my Series X, just to keep everybody grounded. Yeah, I'm just
Fair enough.
no, I'm trying to be an asshole. I'm going out of my way.
I don't really
Fair enough.
care. It's gonna look gorgeous either way. I mean, it's a good game.
Oh no, it's Alex. If you ever watch his PC reviews, his port reviews, he did one on Doom the Dark Ages. And Doom the Dark Ages is on PC is suffering for the same thing that Oblivion is suffering from, the remaster of Oblivion, and that is CPU utilization. I mean, okay, AMD, they changed the script totally. They flipped the script with Zen 3. And we're up to Zen 5. And I swear these developers still don't know how to use more than 4 cores efficiently. Yeah, exactly, Vinny. It makes me want to freaking start banging on something. I hear you, brother. It sounds like Vinny walked out in the street and started yelling, "Bob is preaching the word," while he's smashing the trash can lid against the trash can. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oblivion runs fine for me. I don't know.
Well,
I have a 7950X 3D.
On your PC or your console?
My PC.
It's
Okay,
still,
well, that's good.
No, it's still got the hitch. It's still got the hitch that everybody's talking about, and that the hitch
Like
is
how bad is
annoying.
the hitch? How bad
I
is
guess
it on a scale from 1 to 10?
I don't know. I use Lasso, so I guess that fixes it for me.
I've never heard of Lasso. What is Lasso?
Lasso is like our process Lasso. It kind of helps with AMD CPUs, kind of like give all the power to the game that you're playing rather than background apps, and then you get to determine how well it runs and what cores to make the game use. So
Oh, sounds like something I need.
yeah, you should get
God
it.
damn it.
There's a free version, and there's a free version, and then there's a paid version, which is just a one-time payment of like $15,
God
nothing
da-
Oh
crazy.
God. So
God
the
damn it! Like
hitch.
when you sell like what is lasso, I just was like saying legendary old school zone, baby. I was
Yeah.
just going with that.
Okay, so TJ, what I'm talking about is when you're running 60 frames a second, you
Yeah.
you don't want your frame time. So you got your frames per second, then you've also got your frame
Yeah.
time. Your frame time is measured in milliseconds. You don't want your frame time to ever get over 15 milliseconds if you're running 60 frames. Ideally, you want it as low as possible, but 9 milliseconds to 13 and a half is usually pretty smooth, no problems. When you go through loading areas where it doesn't seem like the Oblivion is, it's because of Unreal Engine 5. All the Unreal Engine 5 games have this streaming in shaders and level content where for like 2 seconds your frame pacing will jump from 15 milliseconds to like 75 milliseconds for like 2 seconds, and it hits the frame. Yeah, it hits the frame rate bad. It'll knock you down to the high 30s, low 40s for a good 2 seconds. But as long as you're not in battle, which usually that's probably the good part about it, is you're usually not in battle when these streamed elements are being brought in for the world. It doesn't affect battle too much, but it does affect being immersed in the game when you're going, especially in a game where you're traveling an open world and load screens are bad. We usually
It
hide
does.
loads.
It does have that problem. It does have
Yeah,
that problem on Xbox on the
yeah.
Series X.
That's because of the Jaguar CPU.
Yeah, because
No,
I
no.
was playing
I'm
it the other
sorry.
day and it was hitching like it reminded me as if it wasn't rubber banding, but it was to the point where like I swear to God, I was either afraid to just turn off my console and just restart it. Because I was like, dude, this is reminding me of like Halo 2 days when I'd sit there and try to like freaking do shit and it would just take forever to like do stuff. Like
Bob
either the
does
frame
have
rate would
to.
drop or whatever.
Bob has to correct himself. It was not a Jaguar CPU. That is the Xbox One days.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
VCR. Yeah.
yeah, it is the Zen 2. The
Oh yeah.
series consoles and the PS5 went with a Zen 2 architecture, and 7 days after these consoles released, AMD released the Zen 3, and Zen 3 seemed to fix everything. But except for this Unreal Engine 5 issue, the hitching, because Unreal Engine 5 is notorious for streaming in assets during play, and they need to fix it. Epic, if you're listening, I know you're not because this is a small podcast, but Epic, can you can you
Fix your
can you
shit.
can you improve the prediction of your engine to stream in elements and have them sitting and waiting before we get to them, and not try to do it on the fly, because that's an issue. Just saying. Hashtag just saying. Yeah. All these other engines seem to do it just fine. Frostbite, I'll stand up and down. Frostbite is an amazing engine. So
Yep.
is
Because
the engine that runs Far Cry. What is it called?
isn't that the Snowdrop? No. But is it?
Snow
No.
no Snowdrop. Snowdrop runs Tom Clancy games,
That's the.
Badlands
Oh yeah.
and Wildlands.
Yeah. True.
It's Sonoma or
Unity.
something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, these other engines can do it, and look at a
It's
prime example. Great game if you haven't played it. The Pandora, the Avatar Pandora game, amazing game, beautiful game, zero hitch,
well.
and that game with everything turned on maximum on my PC, it looks like I'm playing the freaking movie that was it looks like as good as the graphics that were shot that rendered that movie. That's how good it looks on my PC as I'm playing it, and there's zero hitch. It's because of the Decima engine, or is it Snowdrop? I don't know. Don't get me started on engines. We'll be here all night long.
I don't know. Ubisoft's got a lot of damn engines. They got like 3 or 4.
I know. Come on, Ubisoft. You got 3 or 4 engines, but
I
you
mean,
can't
they
make
only
3 or 4 good games.
EA's
I
got
mean,
like 2 of
they
them.
only got
So yeah.
they only got 3 or 4 games. What do you mean? They got Assassin's Creed, they got Far Cry, they now have Skull and Bones. That's an improvement. And what
Did
else do they
you
have?
did you see the new game, the
Rabbit
new Far Cry? Have you seen it?
was there. What?
Yes, they've released footage. They've leaked footage of the new Far Cry 7.
Where's it taking place? Spill the
Korea.
beans.
It's taking
Oh, that's
place
cool.
against
North Korea or
Korea.
South Korea? Oh,
You're
that's
It's
gonna
gonna
good.
be
play
bad.
like a
It's
K-pop band.
it's going to be an island. It's going to be an island off the coast of Korea that's being what's the word? There's a conflict between North and South Korea going on this island, and North Korea is winning. And
Are we gonna run into Kim Jong Un?
I don't know, but the guy that they've got playing the role of Kim Jong Un kind of looks like him. Just saying. This could be a really fun game, especially if you like blowing North Koreans up. It could be really awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna go kill
Yes.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh damn.
No, God,
Oh,
no.
sorry,
No.
Kim Jong Un. We just lost a
That's
viewer.
Jinping.
Jinping.
That's Jinping. Like
Jinping.
that's from China. God damn it.
China,
Oh,
China,
yeah.
China.
No.
Oh
No,
my lord! Like
Thember.
it's okay. So we just
No.
want to point out the fact that the panel members do not agree with TJ's vision in saying that Koreans and
Yeah.
Chinese people
Yep.
are exactly the same and look the
We
same.
love
No, I never
China.
said they were the
We love
same.
Winnie the Pooh.
You just
love
got
them
you
both.
Thank
just confuse yourself with the memes. God damn it!
Thank you. I'm
Well, I
always
just got
glad.
this.
wrong.
I'm always glad
I
when
knew it was
Fabio was
one.
here to give the disclaimers. I do have to shout out to Thember in the chat because I'm a professional. I'm a connoisseur of Far Cry games. I have them all. I've beat them all. No, Crytek sold the rights to Far Cry after Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 was the last Crytek game made on the Cry engine. Far Cry 3
True.
was the first Ubisoft game under their own acquisition of that IP.
I feel like they're gonna screw this up too. I don't know. Ubisoft is kind of bad.
I don't know, but see that's
He always-
just it though. It's like the only thing Ubisoft can't screw up is Far Cry because the Far Cry formula,
know, right?
no matter how boring the Far Cry formula gets, it's still great.
It's still good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I was like, oh look, I have to do this again. Yay, I'm having fun doing it. See how that works? You get it.
I like Far Cry 6.
Stick with it. Yes, Far Cry 6 was great. The villain.
Far Cry 5 I thought was kind of boring, but I think that was because it took place in the South, so I wasn't.
Oh yeah, I see. You got something against rednecks, huh?
I just don't like killing whites.
Who doesn't?
Oh damn!
I'm just killing. Just kidding.
But they're radical whites that hate everybody.
I'm just joking. There was black people in the game too.
And though the good guys, thank you very much.
This is
See?
getting to a
Benny.
really complicated set, guys. Maybe we should I don't know stop a little bit.
So, yeah, where were we? See, we get off on tangents on this show, and I need more people in the chat to help wrangle us in because Thember loses his grasp way too often with us. Where were we?
I mean, we were talking about Starfield, and we were talking about Doom: The Dark Ages, and then we started talking about like Ubisoft, where you
How they
mentioned
released Far Cry footage.
because
Yes.
like
You're
you
gonna say
started
Far
to
Cry.
mention, oh no,
Yes.
it's Alex, and then you went to in terms of like talking about the technicalities of engines and stuff because he mentioned that in his videos, and then you talked about the Ubisoft games where the
Okay.
Avatar was one of them. You talked about Far Cry, and then we are now on to the Far
So I'm
Cry
gonna get
League.
I'm gonna get really close to the camera here because I'm gonna use my hands to walk this out. So what you're saying is that Bob's doing this, and he needs to just do this and stay on this instead of this, right?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
Sounds about
basically
right.
gotcha. My bad. Thought that's why people like this show because of our spontaneity, but I could be wrong. Maybe they just.
now.
Hmm?
You're going to continue to talk about the league, or we are going to be moving on?
So they leaked Far Cry 7. It's not gonna have a name by it. Just like Far Cry New Dawn wasn't, because Far Cry 5 was, we all know the story of Far Cry 5, and then Far Cry New Dawn was kind of it was a separate game, but it took place like 20 years after 5, but they didn't give it a number because it still was linked so closely to 5. They just called it Far Cry New Dawn. Well, this new game is going to be called Far Cry Rise with a
Oh,
Y. With a Y.
isn't that a
So is it
isn't
going to be
that a
tied to
code name?
6?
It doesn't look like it's tied to 6 unless
Because
you
New
come
Dawn
to,
was tied to 5, and then
yes.
Light Dragon was tied to 3.
Yep. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out that the bad guy, yes, thank you. 6 is the Dunya engine. Thank you, Thember. We may find out at the beginning of Far Cry Rise that the guy pulling the strings for the villain in 6 is this guy in North Korea. I don't know. But you're right, though. With it not having a bona fide new number next to the name and it just going by Far Cry Rise, that leads me to believe it's going to be some sort of a continuation to the numbered title before it, which is the way they've done things. Or Rise
do
could just.
Or do you think it'll be
flashbacks
a
or
smaller
what?
title like Mirage? You know how
I don't know.
Mirage was a small.
Or Rise could just be a code name within the Ubisoft community,
Oh yeah.
and then it comes
True.
out that it's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it Rise because we're gonna be playing as a North Korean rising up.
No, a
against the-
South Korean rising up against the North.
I don't know.
Because you
I
know
don't
how
play communist.
the North likes to put people down.
Yeah, those dang democracy spreading.
It likes to put people
People.
down, all the way down to Chinatown. Not saying there's any relation between Koreans and China. That's just a saying, I'm going to take you down, all the way down to Chinatown. Yeah. And we just got
America,
canceled.
fuck yeah,
And we just
coming
got,
again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
and
So
we
yeah,
just got
basically,
canceled. So, sorry for canceling the show,
Ah,
guys.
they were great, great.
I'll get an email from YouTube
We
tomorrow
haven't done
saying
it
you
yet.
have violated our community standards.
I mean, KY, if Wise Old Gamer haven't got haven't got that yet, I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
We're-
I
we're
think we're
Far.
Bob a
Yeah,
call,
we're
like-
far off. Yeah.
You have violated community standards.
Oh, you cannot do that. Bad boy. But yeah. Anyway, I will be first in line. If there's an edition that comes with the statue, I'll have it because yeah, I'm a Far Cry simp.
I gotta ask
I know.
KY, do you think they'll make a special edition console for it, or
No,
do you think they won't?
I don't believe it'll be a big
Nah.
enough title.
They barely
Really?
do that anymore for anything.
Yeah.
I would say, in my opinion, I think it's bigger than Assassin's Creed because Assassin's Creed's like lost its way in comparison.
Yeah, it's yeah, I just don't think it's a big enough title. I mean, so so the covers, the wraps that you put on your Xbox Series X, I have
Yeah.
the Starfield wrap. I also have the Starfield what do you call it? It's not the bobblehead. It's the shoot.
Watch.
Funko Pop.
Yes, I've got the Starfield Funko Pop of the droid that you have
Oh,
in your
okay.
ship.
Ah, nice.
So, but anyway, getting back to the console wrap, that's a pretty easy item to design and mass produce. Yet, how many different console wraps have we seen? We've not seen that many.
Not many.
Even games that you think should have got one, didn't get one. I think we've seen one for Starfield, of course. I think we've seen one for Cyberpunk. I think there's a wrap out for that. They just released the Doom: The Dark Ages wrap, which looks amazing.
Why don't they just let us customize it like how they let us customize the damn controllers and we just pay a certain fee and then have it shipped to us?
Because
Why don't they just do that?
Because people would be doing some really nasty stuff.
Well, you can have it approved. You would have a team that would actually like approve shit.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to get a friend on that team then. So when I put in my console wrap that is just a picture of a big vajayjay, they will approve it.
I'm just saying because
Yes.
you know, we're always asking the question like all these games and they're really cool games that could have like really cool designs. Because I remember like back in the day, the Xbox 360 had like cool designs on limited edition consoles. And with wraps, you would think it'd be even easier because it's cheaper and it's way easier to make.
Correct.
Mhm.
You would think.
I mean,
So,
but
yeah.
the thing is, there is a whole department of like licensing that you need to now do with in order to, can I do this sort of art for this specific IP and still do a commercialized product with it? It's like if you are going to allow the fans to customize it, it's completely different when it comes to like, okay, this is just a fan art where you draw yourself and you are keeping it with yourself and sharing for free and stuff. And there's a situation where like, okay, so this is my art, I'm selling it, that's 100% my work, and deal with it. Like, no, the
Well,
company is going to that owns the damn thing is going to try to get what's theirs in that situation.
well, at that point, they if they really want to make a statement, they can either two things. They can let you create your own, but you just can't copy the design that they make for the actual console. Like they should make a certified one, and then whatever people want to take from that as an idea, and then it can't be exactly the same. It has to be somewhat different. Or two, Microsoft comes out and literally just makes a real limited edition console and says, "Yeah, you can get a wrap, or you could spend $600-700 and get a limited edition console that's going to be worth a lot of money in the future, and that's a collector's
I mean,
item." So,
I mean,
I mean, there's two
I mean,
ways.
DJ, you wished Microsoft would continue to do like $700 special edition consoles because with the shitty price increases that they, for no reason whatsoever, decided to go with, we are going to be getting way more expensive stuff out of this. Oh Lord, the Series X is $600 for some reason, but okay then.
You want to know what? I laugh at people that sit there and say that because it's like you've had 5 years to get the damn console. If you're bitching
That
now, I'm sorry, but you've had 5 years. You could turn in your old
that
PlayStation,
doesn't.
or old Xbox to get it for cheaper. You can also finance it for like what is it, $40 a month or $30 a month? They do have that program. Xbox does. It's like, and there's
Not
been
here.
discounts during the holidays. It's like you saw this coming. You saw this
Not here.
coming.
Nope.
So
Actually, nope. I didn't. In my
I
opinion,
I
like
I I,
go
I didn't
go
wait
with the
5 years to get an Xbox. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great that you managed to get one. Like for people that couldn't get it at the time, and after 5 years, they still haven't managed to get one because of how much they make in a month or in an entire year. Like it gets a bit complicated now. It gets more
You
complicated
you just start saving.
because
You just put away $10 a month. Not
sometimes it's
that
not
hard.
that simple. That's the thing. Sometimes it's not that simple. As well as the same situation where, like for example, that subscription service, I don't have it here in Brazil. And like considering that what I'm not going to be getting an Xbox Series X. I wouldn't be getting an Xbox Series X previously because I already have my Xbox Series S and I'm happy with it. But I'm just like
Yeah, see,
considering the
there you go.
fact, yes, I'm thinking about the person that's like, okay, I wanna get into the console industry. I wanna try to play a video game.
Okay,
So
I
there
agree with
is
you
the
on that. Yeah,
there's the place.
new
Can
people.
I? Okay, yes. So there's a PlayStation which is available at Amazon for this price. Of course, they are going to in the future increase it for sure, no doubts about it. They are going to fuck it up as well. But right now, I'm talking about right now. Right now, PlayStation 5, even the slim version with no disk drive, is cheaper. And why would you get a Series S if it is almost here in Brazil, if it is almost the price of a Series X? Or why would you get a Series X if it is equivalent to the price of a PlayStation 5 Pro? So like in terms of like for the people that already have the console, it doesn't matter for them because they are only going to be caring about Xbox Game Pass. The $80 price tag doesn't is not a problem to us because we play through Game Pass. Of course, now for the new people that intends to buy the damn console, they're not going to be inclined to buy it anymore because now they get to expand even more. Like that's what I'm talking about. I am an Xbox fan, but I am not going to be defending every single thing that they end up doing.
Oh, why
You're
not?
not a corporate bootlicker. That's a good thing. At least you're not. So that's a good thing.
I love my 4080
Because
Super with
you see,
dual video.
Bob went the right route. He went with a PC because
Oh,
honestly, that's where everything's heading. So
well, now
Microsoft doesn't make money off the console.
I was about to seriously digress and say that I love my 4080 Super with my dual video encoders because I'm running this podcast with one encoder and I am rendering my The Precinct gameplay of the first mission with the other encoder that I'm getting ready to switch over to. So as soon as this rendering
Yeah.
is done, I'll be switching from Doom of the Dark Ages to show you The Precinct. And yeah, I wouldn't have
Nice.
been able to do that on my 30 series card. Actually, you can't do that. They did not add the dual video encoders until the 4070. You had to have a 4070 up. Even the 4060s just have a single encoder, and all the 30 series have a single. But yeah, tech, gotta love it.
I mean,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, Microsoft doesn't care at the end of the day because they looked at an excuse based off the tariffs, and that's all I'm going to say. But they basically looked at that as an excuse to raise it, first of all. Second of all, they don't make money off the console. You buy a console once, and then that's it. The thing is, they really care about you just sticking in their ecosystem and keep on buying the damn games. Or subscribe and keep paying monthly. And hopefully you forget about it. Like you don't unsubscribe. So that's what they really want. So for them, I mean, their marketing has been shit in comparison to what it was back in the old days, like Xbox Original and Xbox 360 days. So, I mean, they have nobody but to blame themselves. I mean, if people get a PlayStation, they could still buy Xbox games. They're gonna go on PlayStation. You just have to pay the full damn price.
Mhm.
And if you really are torn between both consoles and you don't want to shell out the money, okay, get a PC. Or even better, if you have access now, because I'm taking into consideration you, I'm just saying like because where you live, like you can sit there and have Game Pass and play it on your phone if you want, or your TV at this point, or an Amazon Fire Stick. So there's multiple ways,
But
or
what
you
if
could
I
just
don't
get it
want
on
to?
Steam.
What if I just want to play on a console?
Well,
No,
then you got to
Xbox
start
Series
saving
X.
up and turn in your old console to get like half
Eh,
half the price. You know,
Well,
I mean that's what sucks. But you know,
no, but like it does suck, and like it's just not
no,
a
I'm
good thing
saying it does.
for you
Yeah.
to just answer someone in terms of that. That's just what I'm saying. Like, ah, maybe you should just not be broke or so or something like that. Maybe you
No,
just
no,
should
no.
save money. Like that's not. I don't think that's just good a good thing for people to answer someone about it. It's just like, yes, it sucks. That's it. Like maybe it would be better in that situation, but it's okay. Fair enough. I do understand. Like you're not a fan at all, and I totally understand your point of view. Again, I already have my console. I'm happy with it. What I'm mostly
Yeah.
worried about is just the next generation. How much is going to cost? Like we are going to be having $700, over $700 consoles. That's the only thing that I'm thinking of.
Oh,
That's just
we'll
reality,
see.
man.
We'll
Things are
see.
gonna get more expensive.
breaking
Gotta go to
news.
Yes.
PC.
Breaking news
Ooh, let's hear it.
today PlayStation announced that a new price hike is coming, and it's all due to tariffs. So they're going to
You
ride
can blame
this.
Donald Trump for that.
They're going to, well, that's just it though. They're in negotiations right now to end the tariffs, and
Yeah,
when
true.
if they do end, everybody says that that's not going to make a bit of difference. That these companies
Yeah,
have already
it's not. They're
raised.
gonna keep the prices up.
Yeah, they've already
You
Yeah.
set the
never go.
status. The status quo's already been set, and they
Yep.
figured that any outrage they've already dealt with, and they're just going to keep it there. And that's the price of
Because
entry. You'll pay it,
like
or you won't play.
exactly, just like I said to Fabio earlier, it's like they saw an opportunity and they took it. It wouldn't matter who would be president. It wouldn't matter if someone did tariffs or raised tariffs. It doesn't matter. Any company would see that as a cash grab, an easy way to make more money. They can say, well, you know what? The fans are gonna buy my damn product either way. It's on PC, it's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox. The only thing it's not on is freaking Nintendo. But
And
Nintendo raised
that'll
their prices
change.
too. So nobody's safe. So anybody that wants to point fingers, it doesn't matter. All these companies saw an opportunity, they took it. I know it sounds shitty, but they did. Let's be realistic, they did.
Yeah,
And you know
of
what?
course.
I don't blame them. I mean, if I was an actual owner of a company and I was taking losses on the damn console for what I'm putting into it, because if you break it down PC wise, they're spending more than what the console's actually worth. But the fact that they can raise the prices, I'd probably do the same shit too, to be honest. If I was the owner of the company and I was making money off of it, hell yeah. I mean, but
Yeah,
as a consumer, yeah, it is annoying.
it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah.
it gets to the points where the mindsets that people are having honestly needs to change. Like I think where the same time, like the same way as like for games, consoles should be treated the same way in order for like what is the only way for the companies to start to maybe we shouldn't raise the prices, maybe we should lower something, maybe we should like or like just stop right there and see and see if we can sort this thing out. It's the moment like for a game, if we want to have games stopping at right now $80 and not increasing more and more, people need to stop buying the shitty thing. If they announce that we are going to,
Exactly.
example, GTA 6, if Rockstar says that we are going to be putting the standard price for the standard edition at $100 and people are going to be buying that shit, that justifies for every single other company to decide to let's raise our prices once again. But we just announced $80. Doesn't I don't give a damn. They managed to do it, we are going to do it again because these idiots are buying it because people are way more fans of a brand than actually their wallets. So like the moment where like all the companies started to put their games at $70, I thought to myself, I'm not buying it because I thought if I start getting those games, day one for $70 and I don't wait for a sale, not only I am going to be broke, but like I am giving to them numbers saying that you see how good this worked. Haha, no, everyone's buying it. So
So
maybe we can more and more, and they did.
so in case the precinct gameplay is rendered and up for your enjoyment right now on screen. And yes,
Oh, nice.
this was captured on Series X, and yes, it is path traced. The lighting is
It
path
looks
traced.
good.
The lighting reflects off of red lights, green lights, store lamps, store neons. It all reflects properly off of cars, wet streets, everything. The shadows under street lights, in front of store. The graphics are really good. It's probably the best looking isometric viewpoint game that I have ever played. Uh, it's shocking that yeah, they just can't seem to do this on a first person game on on consoles apparently, because
Yeah.
isometrically it looks great on console. I honestly I played the demo on Steam of the precinct and it looked really good. I was blown away and I was like, yeah, but how good is this going to transfer over to console? And then I bought it on Xbox, of course, because I wanted the achievements. And yeah, it looks just as good on console. Yeah, it's impressive, and it's only $30.
Nice.
Only $30.
That's a good price.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
in today's day and age. I thought it was gonna be like a $40 game, and then they pulled
Or
the
50.
precinct. Yeah, the precinct they pulled it. There was no pre-order available for the game, and on the Steam store page they wouldn't even let you. They wouldn't show you what the price
Wish
was.
list.
Yeah, you could
Oh.
wish list it, but you couldn't see what the price was going to be. Nobody found out what the price of the game was going to be until May 13th when it actually hit the stores. If you went to the Xbox store before the 13th, it would just say currently not available,
That's
which
crazy.
is
How did they manage to do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I had no idea
I
how much. And
mean,
I looked everywhere too. I was doing Google searches. How much will the precinct cost? And all they could give me was details will be revealed on the 13th. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
it's going to be is somewhere between 10 to $100 million. I can guarantee you that.
$1 million.
But
$1
Fabio,
million. Go on, TJ.
the thing is, like, whenever a new console comes out, because I don't like trading in my consoles. I like keeping them. So what I do is I save up money ahead of time, like in case if the prices do go up, or in case I know what the next generation is going to be, or I've already seen what they've or exposed to us. I start saving. I put either $5 away, $1 away until I get up to the amount, so I can just buy it. And yeah, people can sit there and say, "Well, you got a pretty good job. Why don't you just buy it outright? Like, just drop the 700 whatever dollars, however much it costs." It's like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that, but I don't know what my financial situation would be then. So what I do is I start saving, like, even if it's a damn dollar, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I start saving until I got the amount. Yeah, I get it. Some people don't have the luxury of saving up money. But yet again, I mean, this is a hobby after all. This is not a necessity. So, I mean, if you're able to not worry about groceries or anything right now, then just start saving. Just like put $4 away, $5 away, and then just keep. The Xbox is never gonna go away. I mean, it's gonna be there. So at the end of the day, who cares? Not like, oh, they're gonna pull it off the shelves and they're never gonna make another console ever again. I mean, they're making another generation, so you got plenty of time, my friends. It's not like you need to get it right now. You gotta get it right now, and this is the only time. You only got next week. No, like, take your time, save up your money,
Mm.
and if you're in that situation where you cannot, well, then you might just have to hold off. I mean, it's a hobby after all. It's not a
Oh.
necessity.
I'm a
Your
pod-
family and your house is more necessity.
This is true. This is true. But I'm a podcaster. I have to have I have to.
You have to have
because
nice things.
As soon as it all comes out, I gotta have it. I gotta be
I know.
in the. I gotta be in the know. That's why I went to college and I set myself up for that.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what? Everybody's got a different situation. I'm not gonna blame anybody. That's why I looked at it from both perspectives when I mentioned it. So, you know, it is what it is. We're stuck with it, and we have to deal with it. So, I'll be very, very, very shocked if Microsoft somehow, like, let's say the tariffs like go away or whatever, or they go lower. Even if that happens, I'll be shocked if Microsoft walks it back in the future, or what starts with the next generation and it walks it back that way. They'll keep this one high, and then they'll just make the next one like either the same price, meaning it won't be that bad in comparison. I don't know. We'll see.
So, I had to look it up because I was curious. The Precinct is developed on the Unity engine.
Yeah, Unity. Unity's really good. It's not as it's not as demanding as Unreal Engine. Any
Mhm.
version of Unreal Engine. It's just easier to
Of
work
course.
with.
Of
Yeah.
course. Like, but it depends on who is working on it because most of the time
True.
the Unity I think is used as like a test engine. Sea of Thieves at the beginning of its development was being made with Unity, and then they changed to Unreal Engine.
I mean, a lot of indie developers use Unity. A lot of them do. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Oh.
Oh yeah, one detail that comes with like changing the subject, going back to what Thimble shared with us, talking about Sony increasing the prices, is that that's what did the CFO of Sony said matters the most for them right now, and that the company is doing that transition. Monthly active users and not
yep.
sold unities. They they did mention that at the same like meeting they done announced the price increases. They announced as well that their focus right now is increasing their monthly active users, and while previously it was about console unities, they are doing that transition because monthly active users are the most important thing. It does sound like someone else, don't you think?
A
It
little
does
bit. A little
sound
bit,
like
yeah.
someone else's strategy.
You want to know what's funny? Japan's not getting tariffed that much versus other countries. So they're really like, they're really sticking it to the fans. They're looking at this opportunity, and they're just running away with it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm
that's
just
So
looking
crazy.
did they announce the price increases, or they just like, or I mean, did they say what
It's
the
coming
price
soon.
is gonna?
No,
coming
Did they
soon.
they
not?
did say that we do. They are probably going to have to adjust their pricing according to the new tariffs that just went on in the U.S. They did say that they are thinking of the possibility of manufacturing their consoles in the US, if I'm not mistaken. And they also said that now their priority is going with monthly active users instead of like purely units sold.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
they
because
gotta
By
make
unit
it
the
sold
look good.
doesn't do shit because
Yeah.
this is a one-time
by the
thing.
by the by the way, while Astrobot is the second game is like sold roughly 2 million 2 million units. Astro's Playroom is the most successful PlayStation 5 game ever with 77 million copies sold. It came free
Big
with the console, or the console came free with the game, so I don't know.
big shout out to Cozy Beluga in the chat. What's up, Cozy?
Oh, she's a
Yo,
Unity dev.
Cozy, how you doing?
she's a Unity dev.
Yeah, she makes games on Unity.
I didn't know
Nice.
that. Hey, Cozy. Look, we're got a. We have a Unity developed game on screen right now called The Precinct, which I am loving. It is so much fun. You know, it's been like 2 weeks since we did a show. Do you know how many news topics we've got to go over? Oh,
A lot.
Let's not go
Don't.
over all of them. Let's
No,
go over
that
the recent
let's not
ones.
go with the main ones. Come on now. There's no need for us to go
okay,
with every
okay,
single
Yeah,
okay.
one.
we could save the little ones for the next show when
Okay,
Bushido's back or if he comes back.
Okay, after 1 week of release, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 shipped 1 million copies.
That's
And
awesome.
That's
It's
really
a new IP.
impressive.
It's really good. Like the game was done by 30 people. It's really well done.
And it's a low budget and it looks gorgeous. And the fact that it's in
50
Game
bucks.
Pass, it's still
50
still
bucks.
sold. Yeah,
yeah.
that's really good.
Uh,
That's a team that knows what the hell they're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cozy just said that she finally got home early enough to catch a show. Yeah, I'm so glad that you could yeah, woot woot. I'm so glad you could be the second person in our chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cozy. Hit the like button and subscribe.
I'm
What do
sure
you
she
mean?
is.
There's four people watching right now. One is Famebar, the other one is Cozy, the third one is probably me, and the fourth is Bob.
No, Bob has got chat, the YouTube chat linked with OBS, so I'm not even sure I show up
You
as a
don't
viewer.
even watch. You don't even watch or give views to your own podcast. You
Dude, it's
sick
weird.
of
It's weird watching myself. I don't even watch the show. I don't watch the replays of the shows that I'm a guest
Just
on or a panelist. It's
I,
weird.
I don't no. I don't watch the replays as well. Like I just open up another tab here and just okay, I'm focusing on Discord. That's it. That's how I do it.
Oh my goodness. You're the kind of guy that content creators love. You start it up on YouTube and you let it play so that we get the view number and the view time. And yeah,
Exactly.
we love people like you. I don't care if you love
It
the
i-
content. Just
it
give me the number.
it is it
Even
is
even if you're
all
just
alive.
listening and working. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
I mean, I'm working on this, so yeah, I mean, I think I can do whatever the fuck I want. Just kidding. Okay,
the
that
Chinese
okay.
mythology souls like Wu Chang Fallen Feathers gets a release date. It is going to be out on July 24th, 2025 for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store. Who's excited for Wu Chang? Sorry.
Honest,
That comes from growing up listening to rap and the Wu Tang Clan. I can't say
of
anything
course.
that starts with Wu without saying it the same way I'd say Wu Tang. Sorry,
No,
Yeah.
I can't do
honestly,
it.
like it is definitely a game that I would be way more interested in. Like if I already didn't have so much shit to play, like I got Doom the Dark Ages right now. I still want to start my Oblivion adventure, and I still haven't managed to do it yet. There's Towerborn. There's going to be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I want to finish South of Midnight and Avowed as well. So like there's so much stuff to play. Like I don't know. I can't even start playing Expedition 33, god damn it.
Oh, well, you gotta try. Just, just, just watch
I
the
gotta
intro. Just watch the intro. If the story
I
gets you,
know,
it
I know.
does. If it doesn't, then just put it down and step away. Step back. Step back.
I know it's just oh man, like it's just this has been such a packed year. It's really crazy how packed Xbox has made this year. Like it is so bizarre.
Yeah. So the elephant in the room, since we weren't live last week, the elephant in the room,
Am I
GTA
that fat?
6. Yes, yes, you're the elephant in the room, my brother.
Seriously?
No, not
Seriously?
really. Not
God
really.
damn it! You fucking prick!
Hey, I didn't know they had elephants in Brazil.
They
I do
do,
go
but
to the
this one
gym
has
5 times
escaped
a
from
week.
their zoo. So call the
Oh,
I mean,
authorities.
okay.
I. Oh, you fucking, you fucking asshole! Shit ass fat bitch motherfucker. Seriously?
Whoa, we are
He's a
not a
pissed
fat
off
shaming
little
community.
Italian.
Just stop, little Italian. I thought you were Brazilian. No,
What?
nope,
Sorry, my phone got
nope,
disconnected.
nope. Your phone got disconnected. You're not on the show
There you
on your
go.
phone.
My headset. Sorry.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you for choosing Verizon. Uh, I said I thought you were Brazilian. I didn't know you were Italian.
I am as well, apparently.
So yeah,
Damn it.
the elephant in the room, GTA 6, delayed to 2026. I think it's hilarious. Do I like it? No, I don't, because I was looking forward to GTA 6, and I'm not going to be able to play it this fall now because it's been delayed. Um, what I think is funny
Well,
is all the developers that have been avoiding the area where GTA 6 could release. They've been avoiding and staying away because nobody wants to go toe to toe with this monster that is Take Two, Rockstar, and Grand Theft Auto. And now Grand Theft Auto, like 4 months before we get to that time of year, goes, yeah, you know what? We're gonna,
Or
uh,
to avoid the GTA 6. God damn it.
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, let's give
That's what
this
they get.
monster its space, and then the monster doesn't show up. It's like a bad horror
you,
movie all over again.
can you really call it a delay though? Because they never did give an actual release date. They gave a release window. They never gave
Yeah,
an actual date until this trailer, or until they leaked it. But they never gave an actual date, like a month or anything. They just said come in 2025, which was a
I
placeholder.
mean,
So it's not really
I
a
mean,
delay.
you mean GTA or Fable? Both of them
No,
went with
no,
just to the.
well, yeah. Well, we knew Xbox was gonna do that because they want to polish that game. But for GTA, you gotta remember, like if you look at the last GTA 5 trailer, they released it about a year before the game came out, and that game got delayed, or so-called delayed. But it came out like literally the exact day of a full year before the actual game came out. We finally got trailer 2, and it's going to be exactly a year from that day that the game will
yep.
come out. So, I mean, this is Rockstar's MO. So, if anybody's freaking out about this or pissed, it's like, dude, look at the first trailer and look at the second trailer. It definitely looks a lot better, first of all. Second of all, we got so many fucking games. Who really gives a shit? Like, come out next
Oh,
year.
You think it'll come
Sorry,
to
but
PC too
we
now
got a
that
lot of
it's delayed?
games. Well, we'll see, because they've had a record of not doing that. They release it a year after the console version, which is stupid. I think they should just release it for PC. But whatever. That's their prerogative.
It's
Mhm.
their prerogative. Da, da, da. They can do what they want to do. It's their.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
one thing that I quite it was quite interesting to think about, and maybe there is a possibility that this, I don't know, maybe it's going to happen, maybe not, probably not, but like I liked the thought of it. All know is Alex said that maybe like that's not a leak. There's not a like he's not predicting anything. He's guessing. His guess was maybe they would be using that extra time to make a PC port for the game. And honestly,
Maybe.
it actually would make a lot of sense. It could be like two things. Either they are going to be they want to try to make a PC port, Two, they wanna like do, I don't know, dedicates more time to properly optimize for the consoles, including the Series S, which is going to have GTA 6 available. For the people that were saying that they are not going to put GTA on the Series S, that shit can't run anything. And yeah, it's there. There we go. We have the damn game available.
Or it could be the online because they're not going to use the same online from GTA 5. I mean, they've
Oh
been
Lord.
hiring modders. They've been hiring modders for like the past 3 years. And they've also shut down the biggest GTA 5 modding project ever. And they don't shut down mods. They prefer people to have mods. They have not shut down any mods, but they shut down the preservation project where the modders were bringing in GTA 4's map where you could like travel to it in GTA 5. They only shut down that mod out of all the mods. So
Hmm.
no, I
So
think it's because of the online because I don't think they're gonna combine it with 13-year-old version of their engine with a newer version. Especially I don't know how that would work. I mean you could, but it would look real sloppy and it would look really weird. So you got the old version of GTA 5's map, and then you go to this beautiful version. Like, no, they're probably just gonna have a new online.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they're not gonna transfer over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
of course not. They
would
want to make
you?
money.
But like, would you try to? Would you consider that they are going to like force people to their already established player base to buy the game at once and go from GTA 5 to online to GTA 6 online? Maybe they
Well, it'll
would
take
try.
time.
Wouldn't they?
Mm,
Like, wouldn't they try to make both online modes coexist for
oh yeah,
quite
no,
some
they're
time? And
they'll
they
do
are going
that.
to like, okay, force it. We're going to force you now.
They'll still do
No,
like small content probably for GTA 5, but all the major content, all the major work will go.
it'll become like seasons, like for Call of Duty. Like it'll be like a season pass where, well, it won't be a pass, but they'll just bring out once in a blue moon. They'll bring out an update for GTA 5, and it'll just be like once or twice a year because they're going to be focusing on GTA 6. Let's be realistic. I mean, GTA
Mhm.
5's already got a lot of content, so I mean, it's not like everybody's hurting for more content. Everybody wants next GTA, to be honest. So yeah, people are going to play the new online. The
So
online for GTA 5 wasn't even there day one. It actually came out a year after. I think they're going to want to
Yes.
get it actually done, tested, and not broken, and the servers falling apart day one. They actually want their online for once to be online day one with the game. That's probably why they're taking this time.
so Bob has a
Mhm.
I mentioned this on the XPN podcast last week. I don't believe May 26th is set in stone. I don't see GTA 6 with as much attention and time that's going to cost gamers. I don't see that happening right before all the June showcases. I don't see that kind of distraction hitting the gaming community before all the June shows that happened in the first week of June. I
So when do
believe
you think it'll be pushed to?
I think it'll be next fall. I think it'll be a full 1 year
What? So
delay.
maybe September?
Yeah, I believe it'll be a September October release of next year, and I
Yeah.
believe that it'll be a day one on PC as well, and that'll be
Let's
announced.
see.
That'll be announced. Yeah, next year.
GTA.
With
That'll be
the
announced
Summer
next
Game
year
Fest.
at Summer Game Fest. It'll be across all platforms, Switch 2, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC day one with crossplay. I believe this extra
Holy
year
shit!
is going.
Speaking,
Yep.
Okay, so
like, go on,
go
go on,
ahead.
TJ.
I
No,
was
no,
gonna say
go
that
on.
I'm looking at the dates for the last GTAs when they possibly could release it. There's crazier dates actually. So GTA 4 released on April 29th, 2008, which is way before May. Well, not really, but like it's before May either way. Or you could go with the GTA 5 release date in that time frame and put it in October, which that's when GTA 5 came out. So it wouldn't be September, it'd probably be October. And you want to do it before November because there'll be another COD, so you would probably put it in October. October would be perfect. You put it at the beginning of October, you got a whole damn month.
April still gave it some, you remember when GTA 5 came out, we were still doing E3.
Yeah.
E3 was still a thing.
Yeah, true.
So June was huge. And April was enough time. It was over a full month. Yeah, true. May 26th is not enough time. You've got Summer Games Fest. You've got showcases. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
My question to all of you guys is, why do you think they selected that damn date? Is it because they want to trick us and they might actually release it in April? Or they're actually going to push it again? Because now this would be considered a delay because this is an actual release date. Like it's an actual set in stone date, so there would be actually a delay. Yeah.
Well, if you notice, May 26th is not. They don't say that you will be able to play that game on May 26th. They allude to GTA 6 on May 26th. That could be information about the game on May 26th. Maybe May 26th is PlayStation's showcase for next year, and they have the advertising.
Their final.
Yeah, maybe they have the advertising rights for GTA 6, finally. And it'll be in their show next year, May 26th.
So you mean to tell me that the secret showcase has been revealed and it's going to be about GTA?
Yeah. You
know what? The PlayStation fanboys are going to be happy for once.
I mean, one thing. I mean, the what I think it is going to be, it is the same thing that Sony did with God of War Ragnarok. They are going to be saying this is only available on the PlayStation 5. Why did they tell you? Did they tell you that even though the game was released day one on PlayStation 4 because they wanted to get pre-orders? So I think they are trying to we are saying the game is going to be available on May 26th, everybody. But no, it is going to be delayed. Why they announce that specific date? Maybe because they want to get pre-orders.
Either pre-orders or they're just trying to aim for that, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna go with Vinny and KY Bob's idea or my idea. It's either they're trying to get a PC version available day one, or two, it's because the damn online's not ready, and it's probably
just don't
fucked
like
up.
Me, right? You just
no,
I
like you.
Like
you're my little Brazilian friend.
I mean, you literally said I will go with either Vinny's, Bob, or my opinion towards. So I prefer everyone else's opinions towards this topic instead of you.
All right. Okay, we're gonna fly through some topics right now. After 25 years.
No. Wait. One thing that is important for us to talk about is that Nintendo is fucking it up once again, because guess what? They just announced that the terms of user agreement that you are going to be accepting in order to play your Nintendo Switch 2 do contain a certain updates, which if you modify, emulate, or do anything with the console that the company does not approve of, they can literally brick your paid $450 console.
Yeah, which is BS.
It becomes unplayable. I mean, you bought the console. You did so
right.
You bought the damn thing. They are treating it as if you bought the license to play it.
Yeah,
that's so absurd.
I bought the hardware. So
I can understand if it breaks your what's it called, your warranty, but
yeah,
I
warranty
can't
is
see
one thing.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if I go outside the guidelines, then cut me off from like future updates and stuff like that. Void my warranty. Don't brick
Yeah,
my
coming off from the
investment.
store on online. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing. You coming off from the Nintendo store or the online service is one thing, but like
Exactly.
you just make the console completely useless. That's another. Like it is because of the people that were making the Nintendo Switch 2, like they were hacking the Nintendo Switch 2 in order to emulate previous games. It is because of those people that Nintendo started to put the backwards compatibility on Nintendo Switch 2, because guess what? They started suing the people that made the code for emulation of the Nintendo Switch 1, and they are just putting that on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's not native. It is not native backwards compatibility. It is purely emulation from someone else's code.
So
That's the
Well,
shit. That's
it's
another
listen,
shittiness part of it.
I gotta give a shout out to Thember in the chat because he's screaming at us. So he wants it to be
oh,
known. He wants it to be known that for one, GTA 5 was delayed 3 times before it finally
yeah.
released.
Yes.
And
Seriously,
two,
Just like
goddamn.
Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed
the
three
GTA
times.
6 release date will be October. The May date is
Yep.
just to appease the shareholders after their meeting, and then
Yep.
Rockstar will reveal the real date. The date is just to trick shareholders.
I could
It
see that, yeah,
definitely makes sense.
because the
Definitely
stock
makes
took a
sense.
huge chunk loss. Like when they announced the delay, like people were pulling their investment out. They're like, screw this. Like they actually lost quite a bit. It wasn't like crazy, but it was quite a bit to notice it. So yeah, I could see that. That makes perfect sense. So that's the third option or fourth option now. Like okay, but yeah, I could definitely see that. That
Okay.
one's actually most realistic.
So Yuso Vinny's favorite console mascot is coming back after 25 years. After 25
And what's
years,
that?
we're getting an
I don't like Banjo.
Echo the Dolphin game.
Oh, I thought you were a friend of Banjo.
Oh, well, I thought you like swam with dolphins and stuff over there on the West Coast, dude. I was just thought gotta be down with
I like that better than Banjo.
Oh, well, I do too. No offense, Fabio. I'm sorry.
I would have to agree because yeah, Banjo's not
Oh
my
my
type
lord.
of game.
Oh my lord, you can all go
Go to
shit.
hat. But yeah, after
Is
Was it
really
your childhood game, Fabio?
yeah,
Oh man, it was like the game of it was the game of my life.
Conquer was
so
mine.
yeah, after 25 years, a
Rare.
weird Sega icon is back with a new game from the entire original team, remasters,
Nice.
and a countdown website that only has 8,529 hours to go. And it's Echo the Dolphin. Yes.
That's cool.
Wow. Only 8,000. Oh, yeah. Only 8,500 hours.
You want to know what's cool though? The fact that these gaming studios are realizing, look, there's old games that we have either killed off or we just forgot about or we didn't think it would make sense in today's age, and they're looking at it like, there's still fan base. May not be huge like it used to be, or maybe a lot of them grew out of video games, but there's probably still a fan base. And the fact that they're willing to bring stuff back is really cool. I like that. I wish more studios would do that. I wish publishers would have a remake studio. One studio that brings back not IPs that have only been out for 5 years. I'm talking to you, PlayStation. I'm talking about like games that are 10 years or older that are really needing like, TLC, like real like a lift up, you know? So, yeah. It'd be
I'll
nice
say
if
one
more
more.
games did.
I'll say one more thing to add to what TJ's saying, and then I gotta head off.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I feel like for remasters or whatnot, like it has to be at least 20 years old, you know. Like,
Yeah, it
has to
has
be
to be at
like at
least
least 2
10.
gens old or one.
Yeah, or even 10. I mean, sometimes it depends. It depends. But yeah,
Yeah, because it's like, dude, the remaster for not
Last
Forbidden
of Us
West,
2.
Zero Dawn. It's like, what is the point of that? Like, that's I don't know. It's Last of Us 2. Yeah, but Last of Us 2 didn't need a remaster. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Last of Us 1, that was good. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that was understandable because that came out in 2013. It's like 10
Mhm.
years prior. So, but
Yep.
Last of Us 2 didn't need one.
Nope.
Horizon doesn't need one. Aren't they remastering Forbidden West?
Yes.
Again.
Again.
Yep.
Like, dude, this doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's just like they have so many titles
running
that
out
they
of
could choose
ideas.
from. Like so many old IPs they own that they just sit on and don't do anything.
They should just
Yeah,
go and
Maybe-
bring back.
Twisted Metal.
They should go and bring back all the leadership from back then because apparently that's the. They keep remaking games from that leadership, so they should just bring them back.
Yep,
'Cause
exactly.
Maybe we'll get some new games instead of remasters
Yeah,
of games.
probably.
Hopefully not a
they
Horizon game, dude. Those games
Uh,
suck. I'll be real.
Yeah.
Those games are boring.
Those games are like if
I
you've
mean-
never played a video game in your life, maybe it'll be fun. But
Yeah.
but if
True
if
dat.
you played video games your whole life, like I don't know.
Word. See you out of here,
I
Vinny.
mean, it comes.
Alrighty, yeah, I'm gonna head off. You guys have a good rest.
Oh, I
It
just.
was nice. It was nice seeing you again, Vinny.
Yeah, it's nice
Okay,
talking to
good
you,
to
TJ.
see you, Vinny.
You too,
Thanks
Fabio
so much,
and
my man.
KY Balder.
Later, bro. We'll see you
You
next
keep-
week, man.
You keep slimming
you,
down with that
bud.
KY jelly,
Oh.
alright?
I am. I can get everywhere now.
He's doing it. He should be doing it right now.
He's
Yep.
just gonna be slipping and sliding
Just,
all
just
over.
put
the
it on
place.
like baby oil.
Exactly.
Did he?
This podcast is brought to you by KY Jelly.
That's right. That's right. That's
All right,
right.
y'all.
That's right. That bud.
You guys
But
have a
like
good
when
one.
it see you, my man. But like continuing the topic, like when it comes to PlayStation and their like legacy IPs, they are way too much stuck into their, let's be honest, their own success with the PlayStation 4. Because we got to the point where the PlayStation 4 was so successful with the games that have, even though like most of them were like exactly the same style for person narrative driven over the shoulder games, but like that people just wanted to play that. That entire generation was basically that. When they did something a bit different, it wasn't as successful as The Last of Us, their Uncharted, their Horizon, their Ghost of Tsushima, or that, of course, God of War 2018. But like, it got to the point where they were so successful at doing just that one single formula that that's all they know how to do because their studios don't want to do any sort of thing else. They just want to go with that
Yeah.
sort of, let's put it like that, comfort zone because they know this is what the outlets like, this is what the media likes, this is what made a ton of people become PlayStation fanboys because they just want to like press one button and then watch a 30-minute movie.
Yeah.
That's the situation they're dealing with. And how do they try to redo that same success? They're not managing to create new IPs, so what they can do, they're just releasing remasters and quote unquote remakes that sometimes even look worse than the original for some reason. Like it gets to the point where we are having a serious problem with the amounts of remasters that we are having. So like you get The Last of Us or Horizon. I think every single one of us is fucking tired of seeing those games being remastered. It is a completely different situation compared to like Demon Souls remake or the Oblivion remaster, because those games are way older. It's been a
Yeah.
way longer time since the last time we both saw those games, and I'm talking about of one PlayStation game and one Xbox first party game, like both first party games. And like I'm talking about, those are different situations because it's been a longer time now with The Last of Us, for Horizon, and other games. Like god damn it, we saw all of those for over and over and over and over, and so people are tired. Like, are you going to spend another 15 bucks if you already got the game just to get the upgrade, or are you going to be paying $70 for a game that was originally released in 2013 in The Last of Us 1? Seriously? Like, it is. And that you saw on the PlayStation 4, you saw on the PlayStation 5, you are probably going to be fucking seeing it on the PlayStation 6 as well. So it gets annoying. They need to find their creativity back. And like Astrobot is a game that, in my opinion, defines that like creativity. And it does
It
give you
kind
hope
of does.
of what, like it does give you hope that okay, there is someone there that is capable of doing a different game, something that reminds you of the PlayStation 1 era.
But
I don't know why
Fabio,
they're not doing that more.
there's one problem with that. I mean, I get what you're
There's a
saying.
lot of problems with
It's a platformer. Yeah, that's cool. But they're
that.
using the other IPs that have been so-called successful that they keep remastering in that game. So that's actually
Fan
cheap.
service.
It's not really a new original idea. You're literally taking the shit that people have been seeing rehashed or redesigned for shinier graphics and then charge them again. Now being placed in a demo that got its own standalone version. It's not really an original IP. I mean, the only part is the platforming version of it. That's it. Sorry.
I know, like, no, 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 like I do get what you're saying, but like it's not original. I understand, it's just like Mario. It's not like something revolutionized. They are not reinvented the wheel in any sort of way like the PlayStation 1 was doing in many, many things. By the way, like the first consoles of all these companies were like quite revolutionary in their own ways. The PlayStation 1 had its own credits that made the industry advance. The original Xbox as well. The first
Hmm.
Nintendo console as well. Like it's quite amazing, honestly, when you start to think of it. But like, even though it's not like let's put it like that, original, something that nobody has ever done before, and like it's not like it's still, it does have that. It's good to see some sort of fresh. It gives us a fresh air in order of the game, because it's not like over the shoulder, narrative driven father and son story. So my God, your hand is hard. Here, get this snowflake over here to cool your hands, like in God of War, like that sort of shit. You know what I mean? It is just purely okay. It's simple. It looks cute. It's fun, and it is purely about gameplay. I know it tries to do references of everything of every single other game. I understand that, but still, I think it is different enough. It is not different enough to reinvent the wheel, but it is different enough to like at least change the pace of it. And I hope they manage to do it more of it.
It's just sad that that's the only thing you can come up with out of everything that Sony owns and has created, and that's the only option you have to look at. That is
Exactly.
bad for a big ass company like
Exactly.
them. I mean, they're fucking Sony. Sony Entertainment. They're known for movies and owning a lot of damn franchises, not just for movies, but games too. And that's the only option you can give me for new creativity. I'm sorry, but that's why a lot of people don't really care about the PlayStation right now because it's like KY Bob said at the beginning of the show. There's no the only person that's publishing right now, I mean really pushing publishing, is Microsoft. They're pushing out more shit than any other freaking company right now. They're
Well,
literally
Yeah,
pushing
this
out
year,
stuff like it's going out of style.
you know what's
Yeah.
funny is that
this year has been quite crazy.
even some of the games that they're remaking and remastering, nobody wants. Like,
Exactly.
Timber brought it up in chat right now. The ratings right now for The Last of Us season 2 are in their ratings are in the shitter. I mean, the ratings are horrible. I mean, spoilers, beginning of the season, they kill a main character. And I don't know, apparently nobody played the game because The Last of Us 2 is a game that nobody wants remade. Nobody wants to play The Last of Us 2 again. There's nobody replaying that game. Trust me. We hated the story. We hated the direction that it went. You gave us beloved characters, and then you kill one at the beginning of the game. So, yes,
Yeah.
the second season of The Last of Us is following the second game to a T, like the first game, like the first season of The Last of Us followed the first game. There were some set pieces that were changed and were moved around, but we still started at the same point and we ended at the same point. The first game, first season. Guess what? Second season, second game. We didn't like it either. So you're not going to like the show. I'm kind of enjoying the second season a little bit because I knew what to expect. I knew what was going to happen. I just wanted to see how they did it on camera, how they brought it across to the audience. That's what I was, because I know the way it was brought across to me in the game when I played the second one. I hated it, absolutely hated it. It wasn't so bad in the second in the show. The show I was kind of I just felt like there was more emotion there. As a gamer, I was kind of disconnected because of the direction it was going in the second game. But in the second season of the show, I I kind of I accepted it a lot more than probably anybody would have accepted it if they hadn't played the game. But
Because
Hmm.
good actors, it's got a good it's an actual like show versus
yeah,
playing the game. I mean, that's from your perspective, like because you're the one playing the actual character. It's not like an actual actor that's you're just watching a movie or a show.
so
So,
we're gonna
I
fly
mean,
through some topics here, guys.
yep, let's go
go.
ahead.
We've been live for 2 hours. Just saying.
Yep.
My lord, we need to change that.
So the Mafia, the Old Country. Mafia the Old Country has got a release date now. It is going to be August the 8th. On August the 8th, we're all headed to Sicily, the Old Country, to yeah, to forge the Mafia alliances in the beginning. Can't wait, especially if it's like the original Mafia game. If it even scratches the surface of that game, I'll be all for it. I can't wait. August 8th, Mafia Old Country. I'm there day one, definitely.
It looks good.
Yeah, it does. Fallout Season 2 is officially done filming. They're done
What
filming
is the
Season 2 of Fallout.
when is the release?
The second season might arrive early next year because they're
Okay,
done. They're
that's not
done
too
filming
bad.
it now. Remedy's Control spinoff, Firebreak, is holding a closed technical network for multiplayer. Which I mean, I got to be honest with you. That game, I'm not really big on extraction shooters, which is kind of what it strikes me as. But the whole premise of the posted notes coming alive and taking control of people, that is a spin that I have to experience. Especially in the world of Control, that's going to be pretty cool. Tony Hawk has went public. Tony Hawk also wants Activision to remake Underground. He wants Underground
Oh,
remade
please.
along with 1, 2, 3, and 4, which we already know 3 and 4 are coming. They've already said it. 1 and 2 is out. 3 and 4 is coming. Tony Hawk, apparently his favorite is Underground, and he wants that one to be remade. So it's his name on the box. I guarantee you he's going to get what he wants. We're going to get Underground remade. Xbox is working on the next evolution of backwards compatibility. They are, and I'll tell you where they're going. They are bringing in the backwards compatibility team. They're putting this team back together. And I'm going to give you a little bit of insight as to why they're doing it, because they want your games to follow you. So they're doing the collaboration with Asus this year to have a handheld, but that handheld is not going to play the games that you want on console. It's going to play games that are available for cloud streaming, Game Pass games, Steam games, stuff like that. When their first party handheld comes out, the games that you own on your console are going to be available on your handheld. And Colt Eastwood told me that they're also working on a software update so that when their first party offering handheld does come out, there will be a software upgrade so that you can upgrade the software on your Asus Xbox collaboration that comes out this year to do the same thing that the first party game does. And that is play every game you have in your owned library on console on your handheld. Whether it's the first party handheld that comes out next year or the Asus ROG collaboration that comes out this year.
That's cool.
Backwards compatibility team is coming back together to make sure that this library transfer goes seamless across all devices. Xbox is heading in the direction of every game that you own, every game that you've paid your hard-earned money for, you will be able to play it on every device you have access to as long as you have a subscription with us. And
KY.
yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
about
go
what you
for
were
it.
just talking about?
I'm here for you.
This is something that's got to be answered, and they have not spoken out about it yet. Are they going to bring games that were actually PlayStation exclusives that were made by Activision, and games that were also on 360 that have not gone backwards compatible at all? Are they going to bring them back? Like Blur, for one, that's one game. And another one I can think of that was exclusive to Sony at the time, because Microsoft didn't, the Xbox didn't exist yet, was Vigilante 8, which is the competitor to Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I know.
Are they going to bring games like that back? Prototype, there's a lot. There's a huge list.
I don't have an answer for you. I do know that it's going to be by committee.
I hope they do.
If you remember back when when backwards compatibility was in its heyday, there was an Xbox page where you go on and see how many votes were for games to be made backwards compatible. And the top 5 games, that was put on their priority list. I do know that they are going to revisit that. They are going to revisit making games that haven't been backwards compatible yet backwards compatible.
I hope they do.
They are going to revisit that.
They own them.
I still want to play like War in the North.
Yeah.
Go back into playing that.
I don't know about that. You get into some serious licensing issues, and one of the hardest licenses to get a hold of right now is anything vintage Lord of the Rings. Like, I hate to say it, as much as I love Battle for Middle-earth 2 and the original Battle for Middle-earth, we're never going to see them on backwards compatibility because that vault is closed.
Yeah.
Don't give a damn. We are going to find way I can have my hope, the same hope as I have for a new Banjo-Kazooie game, which is never coming.
Yep.
So yeah, as far as
So
backwards compatibility, new titles that have
because
never seen the backwards compatibility, yes, they will be doing that as well because you can't
good.
call it a backwards compatibility team without giving your customers some of that. But I believe their priority is going to be making sure that your
Future
library
proofing.
moves,
Yeah.
yeah, your library moves forward with you.
I
'Cause,
agree that that should happen first. The future proofing should be first, and then if if yeah, after you're done future proofing it, then go ahead. Because I remember Phil Spencer did say, as long as we own the IP and we own the rights to the game and we own the company that made the game, he said we can actually just turn a switch and make it backwards compatible. Will it run as good as actually actually going in and remastering it? No. But he did say the reason why we can't just turn on every game in the world for everybody to play on the Xbox and re-buy it or re-download it is because we don't own the license to it or we don't own the studio or the franchise itself.
it's a
He did say
little.
that.
He did, yeah.
So,
Well,
and they own all
yeah.
the Activision games.
Well, you gotta remember, Phil Spencer is not going to get too technical with the general public,
Well, yeah.
but it goes into a lot of the API that your console is running. So the kernel that your console is running is a Windows 11 kernel. It is
It
at
is,
its
yeah.
base, it is Windows 11. At its base, it is DirectX. But the way that that operating system and that environment behaves is different. And we do know that with the next Xboxes coming up, that you will be able
Run
to
Windows
launch.
fully.
Yes, they're going to run Windows fully. You'll be able to run the Steam
Mhm.
launcher, the Epic Games launcher. That is a whole different API. That is a whole different version of Windows. That is like giving you the whole kit and caboodle. Um, excuse me for my
In a
redneck
small
term.
form for
Yeah, it's
cheap,
giving you
yeah.
the whole kit and caboodle in a console. So what
Yep.
the backwards compatible team is going to be doing, their primary concern is going to be making sure that everything you have that works on your series console now, which is all your series games and everything that's been backwards compatible up until this point, making sure that it works on the next console, because the next console will be as open sourced as you're going to see in the console space, being able to run everything that Windows can do. And that is the reason why you don't have all your console games in your Windows PC app library, is because a lot of them just aren't made to run in a native Windows background. They're made to run in a
Yeah.
console shell that is running a Windows kernel. So
Yeah.
yeah, so the backwards compatibility team is coming forward, and that's going to be their primary concern. But they are going to look at, they're going to reopen that site for backwards compatible games for voting. So all I can say is get out there and put a post up, and the posts with the most followers will get the serious look at being
Thank
made
you
backwards
for
compatible.
answering that because I know a lot of people have been asking that damn question. My cousin is older than me. He's 50 or 48. But and he wants to play old games that Activision owns. And they're from PlayStation 1 era. And remember they own the Sierra catalog also. So they own a lot of shit. So, yeah, I hope they do bring it back in whatever
Mhm.
form it is. I don't care. As long as you're able to play it or buy it, who cares?
It is definitely a feature that they need to invest more and more. Of course, like we
I mean,
we
they
all
bought them.
I mean,
So,
we
yeah.
all took it for granted when they were doing more and more backwards compatibility during the Xbox One generation. Let's be honest about this, but like we miss it and we want it back for sure because
Some
this
people took it
feature
serious, some people didn't. So I agree with you, Fabio.
like this feature in my opinion it is a total game changer. It is like okay, if you were in my opinion like if you were in doubt of which console you could get during the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One generation. Like, even though if you prefer to go with PlayStation, do try to get an Xbox as well, because there you can play backwards compatibility games and enjoy the 360 days. Like, it is just
Xbox
such a
original.
good
Yeah.
feature.
I
Yes,
mean,
like games that you never played before even, and then you
Yep.
get to experience for the first time, see how it was back in the day. You know what I mean? Just because the game is old doesn't mean that you should not be playing it.
I'm sorry. Can I talk now?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
You
no,
sure?
this is my show now. This is the TJ and
Fabio, be
Fabio show.
nice.
Fob
No,
and
Fabio,
Fob
be
and T.
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, look, when it comes to game preservation, there was nobody else on the landscape. Nobody else was really caring about whether or not they preserved the games that you had already paid your hard-earned money for. Everybody was doing remakes, everybody was doing remasters, and even Windows, okay? Because being a PC gamer that I have been for years, maybe not at sometimes as serious about it as other times, but even PC gaming has its limitations. I have games that I would love to run right now on Windows 11. I'd probably be
Command
playing
and
Battle.
Conquer.
I can play Command and Conquer just fine. I can play
No,
Command
I'm
and
talking
Conquer.
about the originals.
Well, I can play the
The
originals
old
through
ones.
Steam.
Like June 2000, like for instance, that's even before Command and Conquer.
Right, but I can play them through Steam. They work just fine. But I can't get Battle
June
for Middle Earth.
2000, you can't.
I
I
can't get
wish.
Battle for Middle Earth 2 on Steam. It's not available.
I know.
I can't even
Because
find that on
that's a Lord of the Rings IP,
I can't even get it on EA Games. And it's an EA game.
which is stupid. Yeah.
So, I can't there's some games I can't even run because the version of Windows has changed. So, even on
Yep.
PC, game preservation wasn't being taken care of. Xbox is the first company that stepped up and actually said, "We are going to make the games that you've already paid your hard-earned money to buy back in the day. We're going to make them run on today's hardware."
And they carry forward, and they get upgrades for free because we never asked for it. Did and let me ask you guys, did we ask for auto HDR as a feature? Did it come with our consoles? No, actually it didn't. It came in as an update. And
Did we
not a lot
ask,
of people actually knew about that,
did we
Drawing-
especially
ask
for old games.
quick resume?
Yeah,
And like
quick resume,
nowadays,
auto HDR. Yeah,
Hey, Drawn TJ, here's something to blow your mind. Xbox now owns Crash Bandicoot, a game that was
I
paid,
know, which is insane.
a game that was paid for by Sony and developed by Naughty Dog, then sold to Activision and other devs.
I know they. It's so crazy the fact that they. I when I heard that they were buying them, I looked up their whole damn catalog, even the ones that they publish and they may not even have the rights to, but they did publish it. Activision did. They have over 300 different franchises that they have published, whether it's owned or they did partnership with. They did Big Buck Hunter. They did Cabela's Dangerous Hunts. They also did Serious World Poker. They did so much shit. It's not even funny. Like
So, go ahead.
they got so much that they can redo or bring back. At least, you know what? Even if you're not gonna redo it like as a remaster, at least let us experience it on the newer consoles and just open it up so the console will just run at the highest resolution and the best frame rate it can run at. I mean, at least let us do that. That's the least you can freaking do, right?
Yeah. So the last couple of news tidbits we need to get to. So development of Dragon Quest 12 is in full swing, according to the series creator. The game's turn-based battle system will be changed in some way, and players can expect a much darker entry in the franchise. And Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake will be released sometime this year. Hoot hoot for anybody who likes those older RPG games. Virtual Fighter
Never played
5.
them.
Oh, well, you must. It's the heyday of RPG. You got to play them. At least find a way to play Oh shoot. Yeah, Cozy Beluga says, give us 7, 8, and 9. Screw 10 and 11, 1 and 2.
This is why I like Cozy. She's like the odd one out, but she's always got like great opinions.
But play some old mana games or like Final Fantasy 3. 1
I
through
played
3.
I played one of the older Final Fantasy games, but I just didn't like the turn-based.
So over the weekend, Sega announced that Virtual Fighter 5 Revo would be making its way to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Xbox Series consoles, alongside the already available PlayStation and PC releases. So that should give you an idea of what the Switch 2 is coming to bat with. If the Switch 2 is able to carry a title that's getting released on the series
And it's
consoles as
3D. Yeah.
well.
Took them
I,
long enough.
yeah, right. Everybody should go out go and watch the Digital Foundry did a video. I believe it was this morning. It was either this morning or later yesterday evening. They did a video talking about the hardware specs release of the Switch. And yes, it's still rocking NVIDIA. And yes, it's coming with the full power of DLSS behind it. Switch 2 is no longer cornered by what it can and cannot play in the gaming industry. Every game you see
So
released,
what can it run?
everything. It'll be able to. Switch 2 is going to have its own version of Cyberpunk. Everything's going to get released on Switch 2. It's going to be, because
But
it's going to be one of the big three again as far as releases. We're going to have, when it says multiplat, it's going to be on all three big three, and not just the two that can run it. It's going to be able to do everything.
That's pretty
But-
cool. That's
Yeah.
interesting to make it worth its value now. Because personally, I don't really hate Nintendo, but I've just never really liked their devices, and I've never really liked their franchises that much. I like Donkey Kong, and I did like Pokemon, but that's about it. But that was when I was younger. Otherwise, Mario, not really. And the other ones, not. So, I mean, this might actually convince me to get one, but then yet again, I'm just gonna wait for the Xbox handheld because I'll have everything at my fingertips. So,
I love how, oh yeah, every single developer now is going to make games for the Nintendo Switch 2, and like, guess what? Apparently, the Nintendo Switch 2 is weaker than the Xbox Series S. So, what the fuck just happened with that narrative? Of we can do this, we can put the game here, or we can include this feature because the console is way too weak. Oh, the Series S is going to limit the generation and this and that, and holy fucking shit. Seriously?
All right,
Like,
on that.
I fucking no, 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 no. I'm just going to brag some shit here. Like, I just love how there are true Xbox fans who love to say that the Series S was a mistake. Microsoft should drop the Series S and not even support it anymore. Say that developers shouldn't be obligated to put their games on the Series S, and they are not going to put anymore because their games are not going to perform as they intended to. Bitch, I really hope that in the future, so expensive to the point where you think, I wish I had a cheaper option so I can play my games. I really
Fabio,
wish we get people
Fabio
that
said the
get to this.
B word. Fabio says
If they
Jesus
are
Christ all the time, but when he says B whatever, the dog is meaning business.
like, when it comes to the Series S, when it comes to having a cheaper option for you to play your games, I am going to be way serious about it because I try to living in a country like mine where everything is expensive as fuck, and like, it's not even a hobby gaming, it's a luxury, it's an extreme luxury, this shit. And like, anytime I see people complaining about having your games more easily accessible in order for you to buy, have a platform, or just play it whatsoever, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be really mad. I'm sorry, that was just my rant.
So the Switch 2 is it's more powerful than the Series S. Think instead of thinking Switch
Is
2,
it?
think more like ROG Ally X. Except for not AMD,
Oh,
Nvidia. Yeah.
why? What does it have that? In which resolution and performance is it going to be running at? I'm curious.
I believe in docked mode. In docked mode it's gonna be 1440, 120.
That's actually
Um,
really damn good for a
and
Nintendo product. That's actually really good.
what what about not docked mode?
Probably
1080p
1080p.
60.
That's a sweet spot. That's actually
No, I don't know.
if
I'm just throwing shit at the wall, hoping you all hold it up.
yeah, but the thing is, like, if they could actually get that, that would actually be worth the value of $450, because that would be considered an actual, like, the power of a real console on the go. It wouldn't be something half-ass. That would actually be good.
Well, we'll see how games are going to be running on it. I'm quite curious about it. I think it's
Yeah,
going to be like either weaker than the Series S or is actually the same.
yeah. I wish I had paid more attention to Digital Foundry's video too. I was trying to do a job at work and listen to it at the same time. I'm not watching it. I didn't really capture the numbers very well. I have to go back. And I feel bad about not having that information for you guys, but yeah.
No worries. I can try to watch it and then I'll get my answers.
Yep.
On that note, though, we're going to end the show after 2.5 hours.
God damn it. What's the matter with us?
I don't know, but
At least
hey,
we didn't do an Iron Lords where it's 6 hours.
Oh Lord.
or a wasted with Wise. That's chaos for 3 and 4 hours.
I know.
Oh, shout out
God
Wise. How you doing,
damn
buddy?
it. Shut up, my
Fabio.
man. We love you. Go on.
Fabio
I'm
Amorim,
here.
sir, tell everybody where they can find you and what are you looking forward to in gaming this summer?
Well, you can find me not just here on the Game Set Live podcast, you can find me on the XPN channel where we are going to be doing our podcast, our news videos, game reviews, and stuff, as well as some crazy other live streams that we are probably going to be doing as well. You can find me on Twitter as FBOMorine97 and on Xbox as BuffonLizard8. The game I am mostly excited for this summer. Honestly, you got me there because I am already pretty happy with what I'm having right now. Like, so if there is even more that's going to be announced for this summer, either from Xbox or any third party, huge third party developer. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. But right now, I don't think you should not be thinking of summer because you should be enjoying what you have right now, honestly. And it's a lot of it.
All right, there you go. A word from the wise one. Enjoy what you have, not what you're getting. All right. Mr. Drawn
You,
TJ, sir, where can everybody find you at? And what are you looking forward to this year?
You can find me on GameSet Live Wednesdays at 5 o'clock here on this amazing podcast that you should subscribe and hit the like button for. And also, you can find me on X at DrawnTJ450. And the game I'm most excited for, I was excited for GTA, but when they gave me the bad news, something else is going to have to fill that void. Right now, it's going to be Doom once I finish downloading it. That'll fill the void for now until whatever comes out the rest of this year, which we don't know. There's going to be a lot coming out during the Xbox showcase, so we'll find out more.
And you
Everybody
don't
enjoy
know.
your game. Yeah.
And you don't know. Some things could move back up to the fall now. Things that we're avoiding fall.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It's a great time to be a gamer. Everybody enjoy what you're playing and just have fun. We got
Yeah.
big ass
Mhm.
catalogs. Well, back catalogs, but yeah.
And if you are
Oh.
not going to be getting any of the new games, go play some of the old games that you never touched. Because like I know you bought it, I know you downloaded it, and I know it's just waiting for you to start playing. And you haven't started, goddammit.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, don't worry about the next greatest game that just came out. Don't play that. Clear that backlog, because those games may go away. You may lose access to those. You never know.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
goodness.
remember everyone, you don't own shit.
At all. You license it. Thank you very much. Oh, and this is KY Bob, the host of this Band of Misfits every Wednesday night. Hump Day. What is Hump Day with little KY and the boys? Yes, you can catch me on every platform, KY Bob, that every media platform, every gaming platform, YouTube channel, KY Bob. The audio of this episode goes up tomorrow on wherever you get your podcasts. And I will just end the show the same way I end every show, and that is gamers. Go outside, touch some grass, hug somebody you love, and game on, baby. We'll see you all next week. Have a good weekend.